Kenny B here, Pro HiveWorks demo and training videos. Follow us on Facebook or visit easybsoftware.com. Order entry part 3. In Pro HiveWorks, we have what I call, there's 3 steps in order entry, and they are creation of work orders, then confirming orders or confirmation of orders, and then actually posting the shipment or posting work orders. The purpose of, obviously, the creation is obvious. I mean, we create our work orders to print the work orders and get the orders pulled or get them assembled and get them ready to go. The confirmation process is a way that when an order has been pulled and completed, then you can confirm that order, and it's basically sitting at the back door, packaged, and it's ready to be loaded up on the truck to be delivered. And what you're doing confirming is you're producing what looks like an invoice, but it's actually not an invoice at all. It's a way, and it's paperwork that a driver can take with them, and you can have multiple copies of this, A, B, C copies, and then the driver leaves the customer a copy, and then the driver brings a copy back. Now, why go to all that trouble? Well, if a customer, in your situation, in your particular industry, if the customer decided, well, you sent me 8 of these ABC products, and I only wanted 5, so I'm not taking 8. Take 3 back. So the driver just simply marks that on his end, and he puts it back in his truck, and he brings that back to the shop. The next day, he hands that confirmation ticket to someone, and they realize, okay. So when they go to ship that order to actually post it into accounts receivable, they can reduce that quantity from 8 to 5, and it lessens the need to having to create returns. That's what confirming is, and that's what it's designed to do. Now, if you're a type of industry that you really don't need to do that, that's perfectly fine, because you can totally skip the confirmation process and go straight from work order to posting a shipment. So now we created a work order in the last video. In this video, I'm going to go over confirming orders. Now, I'm just going to type in that order number. I may have it sitting right in front of me, okay? But in this case, I don't, so I'm just going to list. And this was the one, I think, right here that I created in the previous video. And it is. So at this point, I can confirm this order. I can add to it, okay? I can add to this. If I needed to, let's just add let's add labor. Oh, we left labor out. Well, we left labor out on purpose because normally we don't do labor until we've actually finished the job. So now we've completed this job, and so I'm simply now at this point going to enter, at $55, regular price. I'm just going to enter, it was 30 hours worth of labor, okay? So that's basically what I'm doing. So that's what I added to this order. Now I'm going to apply it, okay? Now I'm going to save all, okay? Now I could post another order. And I could sit here and post 3 or 4, or confirm, not post, confirm 2 or 3 work orders here if I wanted to. Then I could click the print queue and they would all be listed here. And I could actually click print all and I could print, for example, I could have several out there. Let me just quit, and I do not want to empty the print queue. Let's say that I'm just going to confirm another order just to show you kind of how that works. Let's say that I was, whatever this was, I'm just going to confirm this order, okay? So I'm bumping through the date, the confirmation date. Once I bump through that, if I don't need to make any changes, just click apply, save all. Okay. Now I can go print to the print queue. Now you'll notice both of those confirmed orders are out there. I could click print all and it would actually print all of these confirmed orders. In this case, I'm going to do this, okay? And I'm going to do the manual way. I'm turning the automation off. So this is the A copy for the customer that bought the metal roofing. That's the A copy. This is the A copy for the second one. So I only had one copy. I didn't do multiple copies here. Had I done that, I would have had an A copy, a B copy, or a C copy of each one of these, okay, depending on how I set the system up. In this case, I just told it I only wanted one copy. So that's what this looks like to the customer when you make delivery on that product. Okay. Now in the system, you're able to actually modify that confirmed order there. I mean, you could change that to invoice. You could do whatever you want to with it, but you can customize what would be displayed right there. Okay. So that's basically confirming the order. Now they either do the job or somebody's going out to inspect the home maybe. In this case, they're taking this with them. They're going to show it to the customer. They're going to inspect everything. The customer can, if they wanted to, they could pay off this. Okay? And that's essentially, well, I'm going to go ahead and empty my print queue and I'm going to quit from there. So that's how I confirm an order. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to post the shipment on that order at this point that I just, confirmed. So it was 149A. Okay. So if there's no changes, I could, if I needed to, I could make changes here. I could edit any line items if I needed to still during this process. I could add items if I needed to. But we don't, and we're going to go ahead and post the payment because we received payment on it. So I'm going to post it, and I'm going to save all. And I'm going to post this date. They wrote me a check. Now that's the full amount that of the invoice they owe me for right there, $58.82.58. Now notice that there was a cash discount on this, whether you use it or not. This $57.74 is a cash discount. So they didn't take the cash discount, or maybe they did, but they didn't in this case. Now this is important when I get to this point, and I can press the S on the keyboard here, or I can double click into an open invoice that I want to apply this payment to. In this case, it's just a simple single invoice, and so they're paying it. I can double click that, or I can just press the S on the keyboard and it drops me down. Now notice something that it did. It defaulted to the discount balance of $57.74.64. Okay? But we don't want to do that, so what I would want to do is remove that, put back in the full amount. Okay? That way there's no discount. Now, if you don't need cash discounting features, you don't have to use it. I mean, you can turn that stuff off in the terms file and control that so that you're not offering a cash discount, and that wouldn't be an issue here. But because it was there, I had to change that amount. Had I not done that, for example, had I not done that and just double clicked it, it would have flowed through, and then I would have discounted that out. And then it's telling me, are you sure? Apply this discount to this invoice. Now what's going to happen here is it's going to end up giving that customer $107 credit, because that's not what they sent me as the payment. So I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to go back through that again, and I'm going to change that to the 58 to 58, which is what it should be. And then there's 0 discount that I'm going to apply. Then I'm going to apply at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to save all, and then so I'm done. So now I'm ready to print the invoice, and I could post multiple invoices here and print them all, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to want to print this one. And you'll notice on the invoice itself, there's no balance. So this is what the invoice would look like once you've received payment and posted the invoice. And I'm going to empty the print queue, and I'm going to quit. Okay, that concludes this video. Thanks.